and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terraformers, the Red Planet Awaits, where today we're actually going to do the Red Planet Awaits scenario. At this point we've done all the scenarios at least once. And we've been slowly turning up the difficulty as we've been going along. So at this point we basically just did 2 on insane. If we were to follow sort of the trend, it'd be up onto unrealistic. But at this point we've run all the scenarios. One of the achievements, to be fair, is to actually lose. So, while I'm not going to try to lose, I'm not going to slow walk the difficulty up anymore. We're going to go straight to the maximum difficulty on the original basic scenario where the tutorial takes place, which is the Red Planet Awaits. So we're going to have to earn 1,000 points. I suppose technically we don't have to get the highest mastery level, so we could screw up and say have to take more time. Highest mastery level comes with achieving in 65 turns. 1,000 points in 65 turns for such a large jump in our case might be a little high, but that's what we're going to do. So we're going to try to do the Red Planet Awaits and see if we win or lose. So this is the beginning of what will likely be the last pre-planned stream of this game. We'll go ahead and probably stream this game a couple more times, but it'll sort of be whenever I have free time and can do a pop-up stream instead of planned streams. Besides this one, this will be the last one. So for the Red Planet Awaits here, we've either got the balanced choice, which is sort of the default that you get in the tutorial, and we've been given these two are random. Right, so we've been given these two as our random choices. We've got Celestial. We want to go off and do Celestial stuff right away. And we've got Expansive, which has got the bus station and the double... Although the bus station, the rover, and the expansion hub. I'm actually tempted to do... Yeah, let's do Expansive. Let's go grab a bunch of territory. So for the Red Planet Awaits is probably the most permissive to doing stuff to raise the score. So we get score for raising the sport income, score for raising the resource income, for resource combination. So if you have one of all the minerals, you get like 1 point there. Trade routes for mines, extra project suggestions, researchers, and terraforming steps. So we can basically go for anything here to take advantage of it. So we've got large-scale infrastructure or construction. And we got no rocks in our starting place, so I'm going to lean away from construction. One of its big abilities here is actually earthworks, which is destroy rocks for free. We don't have any rocks to destroy. We might not have any for the first 10 or so turns. And then modular apartments, you need food and titanium to make that work. We're not sure if we're going to have that right away. But the regional bonus that hangs around is pretty nice. Instead, I think we're going to do large-scale infrastructure. We're not necessarily going to be taking... Well, this will be really nice later in the run when we're actually building megastructures, but this allows us to have fun with the distribution center and the communal transport hub. So that's what we're going to be running here. Let's go with this guy. And then we've got this set up, so we'll go ahead and do the proverbial house there. We'll probably do like the 4, or no, do the 3 farms in the solar, and the soil one in the middle, like we've done in the past. Now, do I want to play starting deck here? Could pick up bus station for the quick expand. No, we need to explore. So the question is, do I want to get the income growing early? And I think the answer is yes. There we go. Turn 1, we got some nitrates income. These are regional things. We're going to try to explore and get those up pretty early. We're not obviously getting those up turn 1. Greenhouse. Lab's probably, out of the 3 of these, the easiest to get up. That one's probably the most important to get up, but we don't have the inputs for that right now. So we could grab that. We're not going to grab that right away. We will put the lab down. Like so. Lab, hab module, or greenhouse farm. Greenhouse farm. We're going to need to get some farming going, or we can get the hab module up. Get the other type of farm as well. Yeah. So let's see how these are connected. Okay. We've got our trade route. We're being presented with another bus station. I think we're going to pass on the bus station. We will take the thermo generator. Oops, nice, easy, early food. Large water, okay. I think I know what I'm going to do. We're going to explore those two, and then we're going to claim... Well, we'll claim that one, because we know that's what I'm going to do. Claim that one. Oops. Don't click and drag with the mouse. That doesn't go well. Claim that one, and we're going to drop the expansion hub there to get the 4 neighbors. And then using those 4 neighbors, we can get the rover down, the water mine, and the silicates. Oh, we got trade, so we should start trading. We're going to want some... tritium, I think. So we can get the generator down. Yeah, another source of power. It's going to be a while before we get the nitrates to make that one usable. Got a free exploration satellite there. Weather control's tempting. Yeah, let's pick up the weather control. Weather control's also really nice when you get 2 cities in the same zone, so they can both be affected by it. Okay, we're still gonna... actually, let's do that one. Okay, so either way, we're gonna overwrite... Whether I did that one or that one, we're gonna overwrite a crater or a lava tube. We'll overwrite the lava tube, that'll be fine. So, expansion hub, down. Rover, down. Oh, there's the black sand, that's nice. I have just enough titanium to get both the silicates and you going, so we'll go and do that. And we'll get the farm down. I suppose I can go ahead and grab the entertainment center. It's not going to be super strong right now, but we'll go ahead and put it down. Worst case scenario, we'll move it around a little bit later. Mercury. That's an option. Io. Or Europa. I think we'll hold off on Europa. Go. Mercury. Oh, I need to put more people in the city. That's not a problem I've run into before. Well, the problem I've run into before, that's not a problem I've run into frequently. So we need more people at some point, but that's fine, okay. So we should take the next people option. Oops. Click through the thing a little quick. Food monitoring, we need people for food monitoring, so let's actually pick the robots up. It's not exactly what I want right now, but it is a workable option. Gives us some people, gives us some expands. Oh, it gives us some stuff down here. Oh wait, obviously I don't have the titanium to work that titanium. 3 for that titanium? Or the 2? I think the 2. Moment. Advanced land clearing. That's actually pretty good. That'd bring the power cost for the rocks down to 1. I think it's a toss-up between these two. We're gonna go with that one. It's gonna be a while before I get it working, but I think it's gonna be more valuable in the long run. Yeah, definitely feeling that I need to get that power going soon. Four on all of those. Let's go this way. More food. Okay, so we can get the HAB module down. Science tritium. I think the answer is tritium. Okay, so next turn we'll have the tritium to get thorium generated down. Could put the regolith burner down just for the power for the moment. I'm realizing in hindsight that we picked the regolith burner. And we don't have any rocks in our current setup to burn. This is an interesting city location. Yeah, we got a couple interesting city locations that we may, if we don't get a housing building soon, may try to settle. We'll hold on to this until that comes up. Leaning towards the robotized laboratory. We don't have enough robots in the current city to make it worthwhile, but we may get it in a later one. Distribution center. Provide 2 expansions and provides trade route to the neighbors, but I don't got any good ones because I can't move. You're not movable. Yeah. We can move you, then we get a nitrate. Or I can go into the city and drop one of these, which would provide, still provide the same number. So I think either way we want. Like this one we're kind of gambling on there being a mine nearby. So there would be a mine there, so that would be the end of the world. So let's go ahead and get one of these out anyway. And then we get the thorium generator out. Get some power coming in. I am going to go ahead and just give up and splurge. I want that power. 2 power, please. We'll save this for the next city. Okay. New leader, so large-scale infrastructure's out. We either get space or mineralogy. In-depth survey, ooh. Increases titanium, so for every 3 new things of titanium, we get an extra 1, and we get in-depth survey, which allows us to really amp up the minerals in unclaimed deposits. So yeah, let's go that one. Mineralogy. So make that a large titanium deposit, which we can claim, so we'll go ahead and claim. The genetic one over here can't be hit with that anyway. Cycle a turn. Oh, I don't need the tritium anymore, so let's get our one root working on that and stuff. Off Martian stuff. Methane or oxygen. Atmosphere. I think we're going to oxygen atmosphere. Do the 4 for titanium. Oh, no, I'm going to want power for use. Okay, let's just do this. Because yeah, you're 8. Do you want to up titanium that one? Probably. Sure. To not waste the ability for the turn. Oop, 10 solar cycles, so radiation's gone up. We're moving towards having the water for that, which would make that pretty decent. Sure. Maybe you don't have the space for it, that's a different problem, but I have the water for it soon. I forgot about the rover. We got the rover that can go out. Gotta find some more titanium. Yeah, I do want the power. It's gonna be 3 turns to generate the power at the current rate. Grab another one of you. Do I turn the trade off for a turn? No, I think we're just gonna hit the support instead. Urban planning office is not kind of what we're going for. We'll go some tritium here. We're gonna want more of tritium at some point. Okay, so next turn we'll have the power for that. If I had a tritium income or a titanium income, I'd run this with this science, but we're going to say no this turn. Ecology is good for getting people. Party is good for oxygen. I do like the universal factory whenever we get dikes. Get a good dike city. Landing pad. Yes, we should probably pick up a landing pad. There, we've got what we need for the bit mines. We'll get that down. And we can't explore because that requires power. Can't do this because that requires power. We could, in theory, take more territory. We're not really in a rush for that. It's just going to cause support issues. We do right this minute. So, end the turn again. Of course, we have the sandstorm. Towards igloos here. Yeah. Your power and titanium, we don't have the titanium to do that repair. Can send out the rover. Probably want to send it someplace where it's a 4 and not an opinion hit. Looks like this area over here. Let's grab the nitrates. Yep, thinking igloo. So we got 3 people, 2 robots. Maybe want to put more in there at some point to get up to 6 for winter construction purposes. Don't really have the power to make use of any other abilities, but we do now have the silicates, the titanium, and the tritium, so we can go ahead and do mineral research. Get a bunch of science. That allows us to play this, makes the rocks real cheap for when we go to break them later. Yep, it looks like that's the turn. Region buildings are cheaper, city buildings are cheaper, or mega structures are cheaper. Do you again? Leaning towards city buildings being cheaper. As a permanent effect. Though some of the regional buildings are pretty expensive. Yeah, we'll do the city buildings being cheaper. Are you cheap enough to repair? Yeah. Okay, I've got the water. So let's go ahead and get the oxygen factory down. Get the terraforming going a little bit. And then I've got the inputs again for the science. I could do the science one again. Although for science, we'd be trying to get the bacteria spreader down, which... Oh no, we'll do it again. We are going to be getting that science spreader, I think, going soon, rather than later. Artificial bacteria. Where's oxygen? Do the one that's more likely to get prep ready sooner. Atmosphere. Titanium water. Nitrates. You know, I think we will be able to reliably export food, so that if we get the first level on that, should be good. And it is distance from the city. Okay. I'm trying to decide if it makes sense to overwrite this. I think the answer is no. I really want to build the city, but that just means I need food. Right, we're going to plop this here for the moment. Make use of that science. Being told we can now. Oh, I just gave myself another research project. That's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to scrap those. Cycle the turn. Combined living? Yeah. Oh, and this is the upgrade, so I don't want to use that for the first level, but we want to use that for like the second level or something. Okay. Do you have a little bit of power, so we can do some exploration? So that's probably an empty one, so let's go and grab the empty one. Ooh, nice bit of power. Okay. Let's move you. That way, we'll get an extra trade route from water once it arrives. We can use that for the nitrates. Get a landing pad out. Let's use the landing pad to trade some power. So we can keep doing things out and about. While we're waiting for the food to stack up. And this city is, with the exception of the soil factory or whatever, is pretty much done. I mean, this guy's about to swap. Yeah. Open leaders. Mineralogy's out, either fishing instructions in or diplomacy's in. Boost for more trade routes. Embassy, City of the Year, or fishing construction. Well, the mega structures are cheaper. That would be an effective alternative to the soil building I'm looking for. Okay, I think we'll go with him. Of course, then I promptly find the soil building I'm looking for. We have the nitrates for it, so we'll definitely use it. That's what we're going for. Okay, now we're going to try to scrap you for science. Enable you. Do I want Mercury for the Tritium or Jupiter for the atmosphere? And the answer here is I think we want Mercury. Rover, best the rover can do is 4. When assigned to that 4. And let's send the satellite to you. Okay, so we see a high place. We want a high place. Thinking of getting the trade route down. 6 food. If I can trade for 1 food, we can build a city in 2 turns. Let's do that. Yeah. Oh, actually, come back into the city. Let's not do that. We'll go ahead and do efficient construction, get the 2 price saving on that, because we don't really, I don't want to use the power right now on soil cleanup. Idiot. Okay, so the plan is still export something, import a food. So we can expand in 2 turns. And then at this point, the city, unless I've got something that's just a straight upgrade for a spot, is pretty much done. And we might, because occasionally you get there's upgrades to basically, well, sort of upgrades to the bus station, for example. We want that city, we want that city. Oh, I suppose the other thing we could be trying to upgrade here is the mega project. We go weather control or universal factory. It'd probably be weather control here. Probably want to take the universal factory to someplace where we're seeing dikes. So I probably grabbed it a bit too early. Anyway, let's grab this one expand. We'll take the -1 hit to get the landing pad down. To get us 1 more trade route. Oh, and this trade route, I think we're going to go ahead and start getting that going. Okay, so robot hub. Not going to worry about the rover, so we'll do that. Okay, so we don't need the food, so we'll back off on food. Yeah, I think I do want 1 more power. Okay, this guy's paying double price. Which makes a lot of the explorers a little expensive. Or I could grab one of these. I don't have the science for one of these. Yeah, we'll do this while I clean up and explore. We'll pay the 8 for it, which is a little expensive. Oh, we got the food. Okay, so we can colonize a turn earlier than I'd planned. Which I still think we want to do. Say here. Yeah. Oh, I don't have the water. So we should sort out trading for the water then. There we go. And we'll hold the next water next turn. There we go. Rising expectations. Nothing from China. If we had the tritium, we'd do it, but we don't have a good source of tritium yet. We got like one coming in, which isn't great. Lamp for more science. Yeah, we're landing for bad for more trade. Oh, I can grab the science as well. So we back you off. I think I do still want net 1 water income, so we won't export the water. Probably take the power. Says the city want to go ahead and send a hound, so let's go ahead and plop it in like so. Looting the rocks only costs 1 power, so we can actually expand pretty quickly here. Trying to think about how I want to do this play. Okay, the power. Place the lab. What we could do later is... In fact, we will play it to get the card. We can't afford the card right now, but we can play it here, get food, science, and whatever we put there. Well, it depends on what sort of house we put there, I suppose. Because I think there's one of the houses that will provide some science, which would combo off of that. Okay. One thing I think we're going to do is we're going to try to get the tritium in quicker, so we can get both the thermal generators up. Don't need that rock cleared yet. Put the robot hub down. That gave us some expands, which would allow us to get that research station down. Get some more science coming in. And then, yeah, I think we want to get the titanium going pretty soon. Which is still pretty easy to do if we get the food coming in. Okay. The level food we have coming in. Another farm. Oh, we do have a farm place we want to use, so yes. And I technically actually get 2 picks here. So do I want the think tank or do I want the solar panel? The think tank, if we put it next to where we're thinking of putting it, would provide an extra science as well. Yep. So what I'm thinking of doing is this is going to go there when we have the science. And then we'll put the think tank there. Let's pull you back for the moment. Remember, we can do efficient construction. Tuber farm for 7 instead of 9. Break you up for a power. Oh, we're not going to get the... Well, depends. Do Satellite Explorer. The thing I would be really happy to get would be food, but we're not going to get food, I suspect. Oh, finding tritium would be bad. 9 tritium. Okay, so we get a little bit savings on the tritium here. That gives us another route. I'm going to go ahead and do that again next turn, so we can get one of the housing buildings down. So what do I need? Power. Need more power. Science out, power in. Yeah. Or actually, no. We do want the science, because we want to set up our resource management. Sure, we'll do something like that. Alpine, 1-1, or Tundra, just 1. We'll do Tundra. Every tritium's worth 2. If we increase the number of projects, that's worth a science. Yes. Android hub. Run it for the science. Or, no, we'll hold off a turn, because we're not going to get any more. We're not going to be able to use that this turn anyway. Let's do 4 for water, or some 5s. Let's do that 5 up there. Okay, then we drop into the city. Definitely doing efficient construction. So, tritium down. Think tank condominium down. Think tank condominium costs water. Okay. Still need to get some people and robots down. So let's go ahead and put the condo in. And then we can put you. Maybe worth 1. Okay. We're going to put you there. Do I want science or do I want power? And I think the answer is power. So there we go. 2 more power turn, 1 more science a turn. Plus, obviously, we got that down, which is another science. Got some more people and another robot, so we got some expands. We're not going to play the expands right now because I need the power to set them up. So it's 8 here and 12 there, so we want like 20 power. I want a lot of power. Overall, not a bad turn. Not a bad turn, I think. Yeah. Better science source. We'll do those 2. Get them well before we get them down. And both of them can be upgrades where you just drop them over the existing thing if you need to. Of the titanium next turn. Don't want to do cleanup. We'll actually want another one of those. Grab one of those. That's the character here. Yeah, let's roll the turn again. Pretty short turn. Unit with heating is always nice. Yeah, probably do on that farm. Oh, we were exporting titanium, so we'll have to find some with the satellite. Yeah, that'll do. Come on, you should be able to select that. Okay. Sometimes popping into the city, popping out works for getting that. You should be able. There we go. Go there. There's 3 more titanium. If we get 1 more titanium, we'll get 2 more titanium. So we're gonna get a lot of titanium because we're gonna do the large one next. And you have 10 science, so let's go ahead and get this out of our hand. Oh, what do I need for weather control? 12 and 6. The 6 is actually going to be the hard bit there. Would be a little bit easier here. We were planning on putting another person here. Yeah, planning on putting another person here, so getting up to the 6 here. So we'll put the weather here instead of in Grey Crater, but in High Groups instead. Okay, so we're working on getting the power up there. Could ship the titanium. I mainly pulled that back because I know I wanted the water for the condo. Now, if we play this, which isn't in play right now, this would be 12 water, 20 food. Can only get 3 more water this turn. I'm getting 4. Now we're gonna have to do some searching for it if we're gonna do that quickly. Oh, so we're gonna get to set you up. We need 8 titanium. So we need 1 and 2, and actually back you off to make that work. Yeah. And then I need to export stuff to balance the budget, I think is what we will do. So let's ship some food. Let's actually ship the tritium. Get that one going. Okay. Oof. Support going down real fast. Let's do support for every mine owned. Would be tempting. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that down. Crash the rest. Get the mine going. There's even more titanium. At this point, we don't need to import titanium. So for here, for building, this is one way to get the comfort up real quickly. We need science. You actually support, well, if I put you here, you're +1 support because of the neighbor bonus. Yeah, let's do that for the moment. Get a little bit of support that'll delay the inevitable a little bit. If we're doing that, we should do bit of construction, save some construction costs. That doesn't affect you. Next turn, we will be able to do you. Okay, let's work with that. large asteroid. We got no spots for it, so we'll have to let it pass. Oops. Alright, you're letting me into the city. There we go. So I could grab that card. Get one more science. It would only be one science. It's not super strong. Okay, that only boosted by 3. Oh dear. Oh, a little bit more coming off of that. I suppose some of the comfort effects don't kick in until it's positive. Only positively, yep. So we don't have enough oxygen in the zone for that to help. We need the full max level for that to kick in. Okay. We don't have enough power for an explorer. Yeah. Well, as I kind of expected, that we are prone, by jumping difficulty so quickly, prone to losing here. Or from Ceres. We don't have the ability to grab that. Skyscraper's tempting. And the rover out and about. We do have a 4 down here. We'll do the 4. Get some water. Don't have the food to get another colony up, though we are definitely interested in that. We do know from before the research station does not count as a mine. So if I put this down in this city, it'd only be for us to support. We do have the science, we can go ahead and upgrade this again. It helped. In fact, in many ways, helped a lot more than the last one, but not enough. Yeah, cycle to next turn. Quit the city up, which will buy us a little bit more time. Oh, and I gotta trash something. Or play something. And power 9. Actually, you would at least give me one more science. Some of my trade routes are not assigned, apparently. Down 1? Yeah, we're down 1. Okay. So we can go ahead and get space 1 going. I had another one I can get. Actually, do you want the extra Martian? Let's get the extra Martian first. Yeah. New leader. Global warming. Mines are cheaper. Would have been useful earlier. Resource shortages, resource management. Global warming is going to be the way to go. Space elevator. Yeah, definitely the space elevator. Gain support, gain atmosphere. Set you up. Jupiter. You're set to finish. Ship and ship. Carol solar panels would be nice if we get them set up, but they're probably not going to get up in time. Alright, we got what we need to set up a colony, so the question is where? Probably down here. Downs for some power. You don't have any mines right away, so you're not going to be able to make use of the mining stuff. Robot Hub. Laboratory, Research Center. What does that card that I have before do? Kind of projects you can research per turn, and that is proposals, which is not science. Okay. Probably do the drones, because at least then we can turn that into more hubs. This is the heating one, so the heating one is that one, so this wants to do Mercury. Okay, right now we're set to lose in 2 turns, and to be fair, we're probably losing in 2 turns. Okay, now it's 3 turns. Improvements. Not enough of an improvement, but it's an improvement. Robots or... well, this is definitely robots. We don't need the science... well, we want the science, but we don't need the science that badly. So we'll do robots down. That'll allow you to grab some expands. One of which could be a viewpoint, giving you some more opinion. Oh, and I do have the titanium, so we can come in here. Set up the first level, the space elevator. And I have the food, so we can come in here. Plop you for more support. So I suppose with the catch-22, food is probably the thing I make the most of that I could export. But at the same time, we probably don't want to be exporting it. Do that, we double the rate which this gets done, dropping it from 9 to 5 turns. Could even go a little bit farther and get it from 5 to 3. So at this rate, it'll be done as soon as we lose, yes. We'll try to expand and delay that a little bit. We have one more route, unless we want to export water, which we don't. Nitrates I could be convinced to export. Spread the nitrates to titanium, and... what do I bring in? You know, it looks like it would be science. What's the special alert? 27 science. Yeah, okay. We can bring in science with it. Power, water, or titanium. We're going to want power. Grab some homesteads, dump the rest. Okay, we're back up to 3 turns. You're fully upgraded at this point, yes. Can't help there. Work on the science to get that upgraded. So that's not necessarily going to help with not losing, I suppose. More housing here would help, because we can get more comboed off of you. So we'd get 5 going off of you, which 5 actually isn't enough. All things considered, I suppose. Let's see, 2. If we can get that up, that's going to be 1 more. Radiation protection everywhere, so for every person that's going to be plus 1 more support. That's probably not enough to save us, but, you know. Don't think we can move buildings between cities. No. What are you providing? You're providing extra project. You're the oxygen. I could probably eat the science loss. Yeah, let's eat the science loss and drop a warehouse. Oh, the card space for it. I'm not going to play any of these buildings, so we're just going to trash it. Here we do have some management, so plus 1 science, plus 1 food. Oh, and I just delayed doing... We want that for the mega project. The mega project isn't going to save me, but at the same time, that's not going to save me, so it's not a reason not to hold on to it. Put the CO2, 100 support, a little bit more support, or a little bit more comfort everywhere. I have the power. This is going to actually technically make people less happy, but let's get the nitrates mine running. Okay. Another rover, brine. Maybe I think we'll hold off on that for a choice we want. We will take you. Get Jupiter done. 1 radiation protection globally. 5 or 50 atmosphere. We're still burning 20 turns. We got 8 turns, or well, 8 turns, or the next one kicks in, and yeah, we're gonna have a bad day. Yes, I did realize I'm delaying the mega project, but I'm realizing that probably getting some prestige and some comfort from some life forms down is probably stronger. Oxygen or atmosphere. Oxygen's gonna pay off quicker if we get it down. We can get a homestead down. Yeah, looks like we're about to get stable, and then I suspect we're gonna have the bad event or bad chance here. Granted, there's no chance, but that's not gonna hold for very long. And once we have some chance, then I think it's gonna make us go negative again. Give me another expand. Do I want nitrates or water? And we do have the trade done, so it is time. Nitrates would help with this with the plants. Water would help just to export, I suppose. Oh, let's try to get the spaceport up. So we're getting 8. We want 15. That's 7 more. Which we actually can't get in one go. We get 6 in one go. That leaves us 1 short. Oh, I can get 1 more than that if I'm exporting something that, something like water. There we go. Then I just need to export something else. Okay. Cloud scraping canopy. +5 support per plant. -5 if you lose any. Or let them work on other projects. Let's get the 5 science for the moment. The extra project would actually be +1 science in that choice. Or trading for water. Or trading for oceans. Work on trying to terraform a bit. Let's try to terraform a bit. Okay, we're definitely making a progress of sorts. Prospect or import CO2. To be fair, if we import CO2 for the rest of the time this guy's here, I think we might actually hit the next heat level. Sure. That might not be the smartest of choices, but that'll be what we'll try to do. Do I need nitrates or... Well, we do want nitrates because we want the plant spreader, and we do want silica. Could do... Export trade over to that. Take a little bit less food, get a little more silica. Because I'm trying to think about getting up the mercurial solar panel here. So 10 a turn gets us 30. Well, 3 turns, obviously. It'll be 8 a turn. 24 plus 7. That's 3 turns, yeah. Save a little bit of titanium that way. Okay. Still a researcher project. Am I interested in any of these? Let's say no, take the science. Venus, Saturn, Ceres. Saturn's tempting. Yeah, let's do Saturn. Gonna be well before we can send anything to get Saturn. I think that's a little bit too expensive for what we're gonna do. We take the one off. Eco Homes is not bad. Dump the rest. Okay, and then we're probably going to play you soonish. That's still 2 turns out, the current food production. Okay, that's not a problem. Not a big rush in that case. Could push a little bit more of the tritium up there quicker. Let's do that. Martian satellite, yes. Sign some of that. Back off on the tritium. So 4 means we get the silica for that. And we want a little bit more because we're going to want to also launch for you. Okay. Exploration going a little bit faster. So in this case, this is science cost, but it provides the same as that one. Whole project. +2 heat per turn. Local climate zone gets +1 heat. If placed in a resource deposit, mines 1 of that resource per turn. Okay, so that's a tempting thing. We'll go ahead and grab that. And we'll dump that. That wouldn't actually be a bad thing to put on, say, that tritium deposit. CO2 glacier. Spread the black sand. +1 heat in all climate zones, yes. And of course we did get the bad thing, so we are running low on time. We took a -50. So we're down to 7 turns again. I just glanced at the time and realized I should put a part break in. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. It may be a short part up tomorrow, because we may lose. We'll see if I make it to go do scenarios tomorrow where we actually continue to victory. We'll see. We're trying. We're trying not to lose. So until next time, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.